the MotoGP world was rocked by heart-pounding news once again. Marc Márquez crashed during a practice session at the Aspar circuit in Valencia, an incident that immediately captured the attention of the entire paddock. MotoGP fans, especially Marquez's loyal supporters, were immediately filled with anxiety and worry for the world champion's health. Was this just a minor accident? Or could it be an early sign of a larger issue that could affect his future? Let's discuss it. The incident occurred on Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, during a private practice session on his Ducati Panigale 5.2. This training session was a crucial part of his preparation for the 2026 MotoGP pre-season test, as well as an important opportunity for Marquez to ensure that his physical condition, confidence, and adaptation to the bike were all at peak levels after a challenging and stressful previous season. During the session, Marquez crashed. His motorcycle suddenly lost grip as he entered a corner, causing the front end to skid. Marquez was unable to maintain his balance and fell into the gravel at the side of the track. He fell and slid into the gravel at the side of the track. Widespread video footage on social media showed Marquez's body sliding quite a distance after his motorcycle came off, sparking public concern, even though the incident reportedly occurred at a relatively controlled speed. The scene sent fans' hearts racing and sparked a brief panic on the track. Many were immediately reminded of Marc Márquez's extensive injury history. The good news is that the incident was not fatal. According to Crash.net, Marquez was confirmed to have suffered no serious injuries. He was able to recover on his own, without medical assistance, and resumed training the following day, confirming his continued fitness. The public's concerns were well-founded. During the 2025 season, Marquez sustained serious injuries in a crash in Mandalika, forcing him to miss the final few rounds and raising major questions about his fitness. This time, however, the situation was much more controlled and different from before. There were no signs of new injuries, and the crash occurred purely due to a loss of balance when the motorcycle suddenly slid on the track. It was not caused by a fatal error or physical problem on the part of the rider. I was practicing as usual. Everything felt normal. But suddenly, the bike lost grip and I fell into the gravel, Marc Márquez briefly told international media. He emphasized that the incident occurred without any significant warning signs. Fortunately, I'm fine and didn't suffer any serious injuries. The most important thing after an accident is to make sure you're safe, analyze what happened, and bounce back with a stronger mentality, he added optimistically. He asserted that the incident would not disrupt his focus for the next session. This statement came as a relief to many, especially his team and fans, who were worried about the condition of the world champion. Furthermore, Marquez appeared to be smiling and demonstrated a strong mentality by returning to his training program with the other riders. He was even seen training casually with his younger brother, Alex Marquez, who is also preparing for the intense competition of MotoGP 2026. Although he was not seriously affected, the incident served as a reminder that pre-season training sessions are not casual or merely formal. The high speeds of MotoGP prototype bikes, combined with the gravel terrain of some circuits, still pose significant risks. This situation shows that not even a rider of Marc Márquez's caliber is completely immune to potential dangers on the track. The incident in Valencia immediately sparked speculation ahead of the pre-season test in Sepang, Malaysia, which is just weeks away. Many believe the test will serve as an initial benchmark to evaluate the riders' and teams' preparedness for the new season. Particular attention will undoubtedly be focused on Marquez, who recently recovered from a long-term injury and is working to ensure that he is ready to compete at the highest level in MotoGP in 2026. Meanwhile, the 2026 MotoGP season will be enlivened by the arrival of another captivating newcomer. Toprak Razgatlioglu, a world superbike superstar from Turkey, has officially made the long-awaited move to MotoGP. He will begin his new adventure with Pramac Racing Yamaha, a significant career move that has drawn intense scrutiny from the paddock and fans. The three-time Superbike world champion emphasized that he is not entering MotoGP merely to learn or gain experience. Toprak arrives with a champion's mentality and determination to compete, though he is realistic about his goals for his first season. He acknowledges that adapting will be challenging, but his long-term ambition is clear: to compete at the top level. Interestingly, Toprak openly mentioned one rider he'd like to race against soon: Marc Márquez. "I have great respect for Marquez. He's a legend, and I've always dreamed of competing against him," said Toprak. "Competing with a rider like him would be an incredible experience and a challenge for me." However, Toprak emphasised that he doesn't want to rush into talking about podiums or victories in his debut season. His main focus right now is adapting to the MotoGP prototype bike and its different tyre characteristics and much more complex riding style than World Superbike. One thing is clear though: Toprak's presence has the potential to heat up the 2026 MotoGP competition from his first season. Toprak Razgatlioglu isn't the only rider on the radar. Another rider is now emerging as a strong candidate to challenge Marquez in the 2026 MotoGP season. That rider is Marco Bezzecchi. The Italian rider has been under scrutiny since MotoGP legend Max Biaggi publicly called Bezzecchi a rider to watch and a real threat to the reigning world champion. Biaggi says Bezzecchi has a combination of aggressiveness, consistency, and increasingly mature racing intelligence. Furthermore, Aprilia's performance surge over the past 2 seasons has been significant in terms of both speed and stability. Aprilia can no longer be underestimated, and Bezzecchi is said to have the potential to disrupt Marquez's dominance in the coming season. The bike is competitive on a variety of track types, both fast and technical, and is capable of consistent and stable performance. Aprilia used to have weaknesses on certain tracks, but now there are almost no circuits they truly fear, Biaggi said, emphasising the significant transformation taking place at the Noale factory. Furthermore, Ducati does not consider Marc Márquez's crash in Valencia to be a significant issue. Rather, the team views the incident as a natural part of Márquez's adaptation process as he continues to push the limits of his performance, even during practice sessions. Márquez's competitive spirit and constant pursuit of excellence are considered major contributing factors to the incident. Ducati confirmed that telemetry data analysis revealed no significant technical problems with the motorcycle. All systems were functioning normally, and Márquez was declared 100% safe and sound with no significant complaints. Ducati remains optimistic about the upcoming pre-season testing series, especially since Márquez is known for quickly learning from small mistakes and improving his performance the next time he's on the track. Is Marco Bezzecchi mature and strong enough to truly challenge King Marquez in MotoGP 2026? Or will the world champion's dominance with Ducati remain unshakable next season? Share your thoughts below.